Hi guys, and welcome back. And today I'm going to be just speaking on actual how you had to be careful, especially for your mental health, especially the days in and days out in any kind of port. The stress level is always up. You always have to be ready for anything and everything at all at once. You know what I mean? There are so many different types of functions, types of actual inspections, type of transactions going down at a busy port that you always have to have your guard up, and you always have to have your mental health at you know as best as you can, and with you when you have a large group of actual people with different ethnicities, different ages, different characters, different actual types of how do you say like different attitudes, different ways of looking at life. It, it can become interesting, you know what I mean? Because you have anywhere from early 20s to actual grandmas and grandpas, and in between there's also all types of ages, and all types of actual customs, and uh, and it actually worked out pretty good, just for the fact that people resolve problems, people actually uh, confront problems in different ways for the better, And people have problems at home. People have actual teenagers at home. You have marital problems at home. You know, all you have your life. I mean, life goes on. And you have to deal with that certain type of problems. And you're actually at a different level because now you have to be more responsible, just for the fact that you have that badge and that badge. That actual trust from the community. But But if you have problems at home, why would you bring them to work? You would think you'd have anywhere from 8 to 12 hours of just being separated from that actual situation. Why would you bring it and speak about it at home? And that's what I actually found kind of disturbing sometimes because uh, people would act out towards what was going on at home, and all he could do is just side eye it and people comment on it, and that's about the extent. But I mean, you have that time to clear your head. Why would you get frustrated at home and then bring it to work to get frustrated there? And this particular actual person, he was a little different. He was a little different, and just the way he presented himself, just the way he actually came off. You know what I mean? And everybody did not like to actually be set up with him and actually to work with him. So being with the less seniority, they would often set me up, as a partner, and I would just listen. I mean, I wouldn't say anything. What could I say? Well, I've never been in a situation the one he was with, and it was actually sad. It was actually sad, but then again, everybody puts themselves in that situation. He could have actually gone away from that situation, walked away, but he chose not to, and to each his own. And his problem was he was actually separated from his wife. I don't know if he was going through the divorce phase yet or not, but you know um, he was actually in the separation phase, and then they actually lived in a two-story house, and the way he described it is he had a couple of kids in the house and the wife, and now the new boyfriend living upstairs, and he was actually staying downstairs permanently. He wasn't waiting for a chance to move out. He was that was not his goal. His goal was just dealing with the actual new boyfriend living upstairs with his wife, with his separated wife, and him. I don't know if he had a room or the living room downstairs. I'm not quite sure. Hopefully he had a room. You know what I mean? For a little privacy. But yeah, that that to me was actually sad. I mean, I would be living out of my car. To tell you the truth, I probably would be living out of my car instead of actually humiliate myself to be in that position. And it was his decision, and it was his doing. I mean, nobody was forcing him to be there. He wasn't doing it for the kids. He wasn't doing it for trying to reconcile the marriage or try to save the marriage. It wasn't even like that. It was just the fact that that was his decision to live downstairs, and the wife and the new boyfriend were upstairs with the kids in different bedrooms, but still, I mean, it didn't look good all the way around, I mean. But there are two adults, three adults actually there that, in my opinion, were making the bad decision. And he would come in and explain different problems, explain different what would happen the night before, and he was open about it, and he was not actually embarrassed about it. He was his mentality was he was in the right, you know what I mean? And like I said, to each his own, man. But you wouldn't get me in that type of position, you know what I mean? And it actually was. I mean, it was there psychologically for the kids. It wasn't healthy. I mean, it wasn't healthy, and that's what I meant. That's what I mean by you always had to watch your mental state, because he would talk about it, but he would get red, and he was a chain smoker, so that he was even. Oh, by the way, we used to be able to smoke. Not we, but not me personally, but you could smoke at an open area at any port down at any port down at the border. It was nothing was regulated by it now. I mean, I'm pretty sure now you can't even do that, but maybe in certain areas you can. But you can smoke out in the open anytime. And that was just one of the actual uh, unhealthy, I should say, agents that I've actually met down there. And he, like I said, he would bring every type of story, every type of whatever happened the night before. He was going to tell you thoroughly, thoroughly. And if you got interrupted, he would start all over again and tell you the story till he told it to you. And he would turn red. He would be a chain smoker, and you know, and he really thought he was in the right. All right, guys, that's just another uh, story there. Hope you guys were able to enjoy the actual view. Uh, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks a lot, guys.